Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about rentals in Bangkok. So we decided that we wanted to travel much slower than we've been traveling, or we did in the past. We were jumping from country to country, super fast traveling. It got super tiring, super expensive, and we just wanted to chill a little. So we decided that we're gonna slow travel. Meaning we're gonna stay in Bangkok for now for a year. And what we're gonna do is hop over to the countries on this side of the world that's easier to get to, that we haven't seen yet. So we haven't been to Australia, New Zealand. It's a shorter flight from here. It's still like 8-9 hours or something, but it's still not 20 hours coming from the US. So it's shorter from Asia. And then we haven't seen Shanghai Disney. So I think that's the last Disney we have. I know, so we have to go to mainland China. We haven't done Sri Lanka, the Maldives. We haven't done India and a couple other places. So the idea is to use Bangkok as our base for this year. Stay here, be a little bit settled, and then just hop around to those other countries. And we wanted to redo Korea because if you saw our Korea video, that was a hot mess. So we truly didn't get to see Korea because even the kids are like, we don't want to go back. Well, they said they'd go back just to see, get a redo and see if they like it this time, but we weren't in love with it. So we want to redo that, and we want to redo Taiwan because we really love Taiwan, but we didn't have enough time there. So we want to redo that. We want to go back to Malaysia. So we're going to be in Bangkok as our base, but we're going to be jumping different places still on the move because, I can't sit still. But yeah, so we are renting or going to be renting an apartment in Bangkok, and I'm still a little bit shaky because I have commitment issues. Saying I'm going to stay here for a year, it's like... So I'm just going to go over some of the things that you want to look out for, or if you're coming to Bangkok, what you need to do to secure an apartment. Renting an apartment in most other places in the world, it's not horribly bad, and it's not like the US where you have to go through credit checks and background checks, things like that. Renting an apartment in Japan is super stressful. No, that is a kicker, but we are in Bangkok. It's super easy. All you need is money. So let's get into it. All right, so I have my little notes here I'm looking at. If you see me looking down, I tried to jot everything down. I'm not sure if I got everything, but this is going to be kind of a two-part video. I'm going to tell you what you need, show you some of the places that we looked at. Didn't look at too many because when I tell you it's hot and then we're so far away from the center or the city where we want to be, so the back and forth is, I'm done. So I'm going to show you some of the places that we saw. Give you an idea of what's out there. And remember, things are changing. Like, an apartment is rent like a minute every day. Like, they go and then they come. So what you see online today or this morning is not there today, or it's not there this evening. The apartment that we kind of settled on, you might have seen it yesterday. It's not there today. So that's just how it is. It's pretty fast paced. Tons of expats are coming over. So things are going, and it just depends on what you're looking for. Okay, so let's start here. It can be scary because of course you're in a new country, a whole different country than where you're from, and they don't speak your language, you don't speak their language, or I'm sure you're trying. I'm trying, you guys. It can be scary, but it is not horrible. It's not hard. You just need to have your wits about you and you'll be fine. All you'll need, like I said, you don't need any checks, credit check, background check. All you need is at least 3 months rent. So if the rent is 20,000 baht, you're going to need 3 times that because you're going to pay the first month when you're moving in, and then they normally require 2 months in security deposit. Sometimes you can get them to come down to 1 month in deposit, but it just depends on how many people are seeing that one spot, and if the other person is willing to pay the 2 months, they're probably going to go with whoever is giving them more money at the time. But some places the owner will come down, but the typical is 2 months and your first move in. So you're gonna be coming up 3 months rent before you move in. And then most places will, if you're doing like a condo, it's gonna be a year lease. The most condos are not allowing Airbnb, so you're not gonna get short-term rentals anymore. I mean, people are circumventing and whatever because there's still Airbnbs up, but they're trying to cut down on that. So you can change the owners can change the fingerprint and the face scan, because that's literally where they are now to enter the building, to enter the facilities, to enter your room. You're gonna need either fingerprint, face scan, and you do get the key card also. The buildings now are doing like 4 times a year you can change it. So if you're doing Airbnb for like a week or something, you can't be putting people's face and all that in there. So that's one of the ways they're trying to cut down on Airbnbs. So the condo owners will only normally want to do like a 1-year lease and be done with it, instead of doing that, every couple months or whatever they're changing. You can get lower. You can get like a 6-month lease. A lot of times you'll get apartments. So I'll explain what apartment and condo is in a second. So you'll get that. And then sometimes you'll get a condo that will agree to 6 months. So it is not impossible. Just ask and try to figure that out, and they'll say also. So to get like a less than that, if you're 1 month, it's possible. It's possible to get less, but you're gonna be paying a premium. You're gonna be paying more. If you get a 12-month lease, you're getting the best deal. 6 months lease, second best deal. 3 months, you're paying like almost double what you'd be paying if you did a 12-month lease. So it's not impossible or anything. You're just gonna be paying more. So just keep that in mind. And then condos are those high-rise buildings, all the facilities, the amenities, the fancy schmancy, all that. Those are normally condos. Apartments are mid-rise buildings, so a little bit lower. And then most times with the apartments, you have like one manager or one person, the property manager, or people that runs or takes care of the apartments. So you'll be able to get more leniency with like a 6 months or 3 months with most apartments, as opposed to condos. For my criteria, so you need to figure out what you're looking for, because like I said, there's tons of apartments out there in Bangkok. So you want to know, what do you want? What are you looking for? For me, I need a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. 2-bedroom, 2 baths are harder to find. Not sure why, but it's harder to come by. If you want a 1-1, you can pick from like thousands, like legit thousands. You'll get a 1-1. A 2-1, still got a couple thousand. A 2-2, you're like, ooh, hundreds. You're gonna find hundreds for 2-2, but thousands and thousands for 2-1 or 2-2 or 1-1, or even a studio. But I need a 2-2. I need a 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. I am living with a teenage boy. Need my own space. I need to girl up my own space. I need my own. No, especially for a year. No. So that was the first thing on my list. Like, that's my first criteria. I will not budget, because even when I like 2 different agents and they're like sending me 2-1 or whatever, and they're like, are you sure 2-2 is? I'm like, 2-2. Do not send me another 2-1. I'm not gonna look at it. They look cute. The price is better for a 2-1. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The price is at least $100, $200 less. So for the price, I'm like, dang, can I do it? Do I want to do? I'm gonna be, all resentful halfway through. So might as well just get what you want and be done with it, instead of try to compromise. Like, I'll compromise on some things, but I don't think that was one of the things I would compromise on, because it's just gonna eat away at me. I'm tired of. I don't want to live like that, you guys. I don't want to live like that. All right. So my criteria is, like I was saying, 2-2. I wanted a newer building with amenities. I said I wanted like a gym. I didn't mind how fancy or stacked the gym was, because I'm literally just using it for steps. I just want to go on the treadmill and get my steps in. I'll probably one day move over to running on the treadmill. Probably not, like just pretend somebody's chasing me. Stair stepper, if they have that. Like, I'm just trying to get my steps in. And as I build myself up, maybe I'll start doing a little lifting. And, I'm not going to say, yes, I need a gym, because I'm going to be all pumped and I'm going to exercise every single day. Or no, I just want the treadmill. And then I'll move up. You know what I mean? I'm just being realistic. Am I going to go to the gym every day? Blah, blah, blah. Like, why do I need a super fancy gym? Not going to take advantage of it. I want a pool. Joel loves to swim, so getting a pool is one of the big ones. So he can just go chill. It's hot in Bangkok. If you want to get out of the room, get out of your apartment, go down, swim, have a little fun. So that was one of them. Co-working space. There's a lot of cafes and things like that, so you can leave and go, sit somewhere else. But I wanted somewhere in the building that has some sort of space that I can come out from my apartment and just sit in, like a library or sitting area, or just a communal space where I can just chill without being in my room, because a lot of the times the rooms are on the smaller side compared to what you're used to in the US. So you probably just want to change sometimes, go somewhere else, you get more inspiration, something might pop you. So I wanted some sort of space inside the building, because yes, I can go to a cafe, but I won't want to go to a cafe every single day. I won't, sometimes I just want to go downstairs in the elevator and chill in the building, just not in my apartment. So a communal space, kind of one of the things that I wanted. A nice view would be nice. It's not a deal breaker, not having like a skyline view or anything like that, but looking over would be nice to get a view, because I want a balcony. Am I going to sit out on the balcony? Probably not, because it's so hot. So I promise you, I probably won't sit out there. But do I want a balcony? I do, because I might just sit out there. So it's just things like that. You have to figure out kind of what you want. A higher floor, especially if it's a busy street. I don't want to hear the noise from downstairs, from the cars and the bikes, because they go 24/7, okay? So I want a higher floor. So that's why apartments, I'm like, the mid-rise buildings probably wouldn't work, because they don't go too high. Maybe it stop at like 10 floors or so, 12 floors. I want it to be more than 12, 15 floors. I need a 7-Eleven in the building. Most buildings in Thailand, the newer buildings especially, they'll have a 7-Eleven, they'll have a restaurant, they'll have a coffee shop. They'll have something attached, like at the bottom where you enter, you're gonna have some sort of 7-Eleven or whatever. Because Jarrell loves his snacks. Like, he will be in 7-Eleven. He'll be ordering 7-Eleven. He's ordered 7-Eleven every single day. We've been here twice a day. He's looking at me like, you order 7-Eleven every single day. So I want him to be able to go downstairs and just grab what he wants. So is a 7-Eleven critical for you? Do you have kids that, like Jarrell, they just want to be independent, go downstairs, grab it? Yes, you can just order 7-Eleven. They will bring it to you in no time. But I want him to be able to just go downstairs, go to 7-Eleven if he wants a meal. Maybe there's a food stand downstairs. So I want it to be somewhere where there's a 7-Eleven and then street food, like right there, right here. I want to be able to just come out and I'm hungry, he's hungry, he can just walk down and buy something. And it's not that I wouldn't want him to walk to a 7-Eleven by himself, because I'm not scared. He's not scared. I don't think anything's going to happen to him. I'm like someone's, doing something to him. The cars is what I'm scared about, because they drive like crazy people. Okay, they drive like Jamaicans. If you've ever been to Jamaica, like I would never drive in Jamaica. I'm Jamaican. I would never drive in Jamaica. Okay. So that's what I'm scared about, the driving, and if it's like across the street or that, no. Because I'm not even trying to walk out there half the time, much less. So is that something that you want, especially if you have kids? And oh yeah, it doesn't apply to me, but if you're coming here to work, you're working at an international school, or you got some of that type of job, you want to find something close to your job or close to the kids' school, because that's going to dictate. The traffic is a nightmare. So you want to stay as close to, wherever you're going to be the most or be going the most. That's where you're going to want to find your place. For me, since I work from home, it doesn't matter where I stay, but I didn't want to be more than 30 minutes on the train from most of the places that I go. So I will go, when we were here before, I'm always at Terminal 21. A couple times, the girls and I, we were at Levels nightclub, and then just some different things in that vicinity right there. So I wanted to be about 30 minutes from those things on the train. So by car, it would be like 8-10 minutes. But 8-10 minutes in Bangkok can be 30 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? So 30 minutes on the train is my max, because where we are now, and then where we stayed the very first time in that condo that we rented for like a month or 2 months in Bangkok, we were all the way over Icon Siam, you guys. So if you know anything about Bangkok, Icon Siam is all the way across the river. It's hella far. And it took me like over an hour on the train to get to most places. So by the time you get there, you're tired, and by the time you need to go back, you're beat. So I just didn't feel like doing much of anything because I dreaded the commute. So for me to if I'm gonna be active, put myself out there, do things, you know, be social and all that, I need to be closer to the action. Because if it's gonna take me forever to get there, I'm just gonna keep changing my mind. So then I'm gonna stay in the house, and then I'm gonna, you understand what I'm saying? So that was for me definitely staying on the green line. So I just want to take one BTS. I just want to take one MRT, BT. I want to take one thing. So this green line circumvent, that's all I wanted to take to get where I need to go. To most places. So like True Digital Park, about 30 minutes I want to be from there, like wherever I'm going. Okay. And then absolutely no wet baths. I hate. I detest those things. I know it's normal in Asia. It's normal in certain places. We had it once when we went to Egypt, in Aswan. Never again. Never. I do not like it. And if I'm renting somewhere for a year, I'm not going to put up, like, I'm just not going to get used to it. That's a big no on my list. I don't care if it's $2. I'm not going to do it. If you don't know what a wet bath is, it's the shower is not separated from the rest of the bathroom. So you literally have the toilet right here, and then the shower head is literally right here. So you are showering and everything is going on the toilet behind you and in the face basin, the sink. And when you're done showering, the entire bathroom is soaked. And then you see they put little like floor squeegee type things to push the... Nope, I just want to go in my shower and that's it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just going over, but I'm just giving you things to think about, okay? So you can kind of get an idea of what you're looking for. I want to keep it, you know. All right, and then I wanted not too tiny. So like I said, the places are small. If you want big, you're going to pay, it's going to be like double the price of anything. I didn't want it too small, but I still didn't want it too big, because if it's too big, you're going to spend more on AC to keep the place cool, because the electric is expensive here. I don't want to pay half my rent in electric, okay? So I still want it small and cozy, but not to where Jordan and I have to go like this to pass each other in the hallway, you know, no. So I still want a little bit of space. All right, so you can grab as high or as low as you want. I saw 2-bedroom, 2 baths for as low as $500 and something. And I'll show you some of the, just show you some of the clips that I have. $500 and something. 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. So super inexpensive. And it wasn't even far either. It was about 17 minutes from Anut BTS. And Anut is one of those areas that the expats are in. Not bad. But again, it was a low rise. I'll go over that. So you can go as low as you want. Like I said, 5 something for a 2-bedroom. If you want a 1-bedroom, you can find something for $400, probably $300. And then you can go, shoot, I've seen some for like $200,000. You can go $3,000-$4,000 to rent something if you want to be all fancy and, you know, ball and you're a crypto bro and tech bro and you want to spend all your money on rent. Go for it. You can find something. Oh yeah, so I talked about the traffic is insane. Figure out where you want to go. How much of your time do you want to spend on the train? And if you want to take a taxi or a Grab, if Google Maps says it's 30 minutes, be prepared to spend double that, because the traffic is insane. Like when we were coming back from the viewing of the apartment, it was 30 something minutes to get back over this side where we were. It took almost an hour. And when I tell you I was dead tired, I was so beat. It drains you. It is hot. The traffic, nope. Places you can find rentals. Facebook Marketplace is great, but I prefer the groups. I've told you before, join a group for every single place you're going. So if you search Bangkok rentals in Bangkok, I'm in 2 different rental groups in Bangkok. The agents and owners will post in the groups and they'll say, have 1 for how much money, blah blah blah. Every single day, every minute, they're posting something. You can also go in and say, I am looking for a 2-2 max budget, whatever it is, and then you'll have agents message you. Never try to rent anything before you come into the country. Don't do it, because it looks good on paper. When you get here, the vibe's not vibing. Like there was this place that I'm like, it looks clean, it looks nice, I could probably do it. I went in there and it just didn't feel. My spirit was not in it. I couldn't do it. One of the places that I saw when I walked in, I'm like, oh dang, this is way better than I thought. The pictures didn't make it look so good, and I just felt home. It felt homey. It felt like, all right, I could do this. So definitely, and then there's scams everywhere. Like, you have to be careful. So do not ever send money before you get here. Rent a place for a week, 2 weeks, if you want, to spread your time out or to see a ton. I only went out one day and we looked at some things. We could have gone out another 2 or 3 days. No, I'm good. So rent something for a little bit, then contact an agent, 2 agents, 3 agents. It doesn't matter, because some agents will not work with other agents. So if you see something that you want to look at, just contact the person that posted it. Somebody else might not have access to that property. So having more than one agent look for stuff for you is normal. And then the difference between the condos and the apartments too. In condos, you're going to be paying government rent because the juristic people are there. Everything is just done differently. It's the owner. So you get the bill in your mailbox, and then you pay it directly to the company. So a lot of apartments will try to upcharge the electric rate. So if you're going to rent somewhere and they're telling you, oh yeah, you're going to pay me the bill, they'll just give you something and say, okay, this is the bill. You're paying like 2-3 times, and you're going to be got. Okay. So never ever take somewhere that's not giving you the government rate. And then that's the thing too. If you rent for less than a year or 6 months, more than likely they're going to upcharge and you're not going to get a decent rate. And if you're using the AC a lot, like if you're paying government rate and your AC is $60 because you're running it every day, or $60-$70. If you're paying to somebody else, that same bill would be closer to $200, $180, $200. Who gets the extra? The person you're renting from. So be smart. That's why I'm like, longer term, it's just what you want. It's just gonna work. That's just literally how it works out. Oh yeah, so the last thing before I start showing you the places that I looked at, I think if you're, you want to get the 1 year lease price and all that, but you kind of don't want to settle for a year, look in the group. So if you're like a female, you're in the Bangkok women's group. I don't know what they're called. I just know I searched Bangkok women's group, Bangkok Expats or whatever. Try to see if somebody's like, oh my gosh, I have to go back to my country, emergency. I have 6 months, I have 3 months left on my lease. Somebody want to take it over? You can extend if you want, or you can just end the lease there. Or like, oh yeah, dang, 6 months, all right. And you meet that person, meet the owner. You guys come to an agreement. That's a 3-month lease at the same price without, craziness or whatever. When we were in Chiang Mai, the 1 month apartment that we did, the girl was going back to Canada for like a month and a half, but we only wanted 1 month. So she was like, oh yeah, I'm going for a month and want to, stay in my condo. You pay whatever the rate was. And we were paying $400 and something. So it was pretty much what she was paying, no extra or added whatever. And then she sent us the bill, the electric bill at the end of her stay to show what we used, and she cleared it before she left. So something like that. So you can check the groups. They come in handy if you want to find something. And then I would say go with an agent, because you don't know the laws or the rules. And really, renting a condo or an apartment here, you have a lease, an agreement, but I don't think they hold the same strength as having a lease in the US. Like, it's almost formality, because the condo owner can just be like, yeah, it's okay. Go through an agent. I'll give you the info for Emily that I'm using. She's from Nebraska. But what her company or the company that she works for does, once we see something, we like it, they get the owner's driver's license, or passport, his or her info, make sure it matches what's on the building information or the condo information, the driver's license matches, the bank account that you're supposed to send money matches, everything matches. So they're going to do all the legal work, all the digging, all the checking, making sure that the person is who they say they are. And on moving day, she said they take you to the apartment, you know, they go with you and everything, and take pictures of every single thing. Like they will take picture of every fork, spoon, knife, picture, flower, pillow, every single thing in the apartment. And if there's a crack, a tear, a mark, there's somebody there that's that person's job. They come in and take picture of every single thing, so you don't have to do it. And then we go through and we sign each page and be like, all right, so there's 4 spoon and 3 forks, there's a big pot, small pot, you know. So their company, the agent does that. You don't pay the agent anything, the owner pays the agent, so they're working for free for you. So just do it, because they know what they're doing. And then that's why I went with her also, because she's from the US, so she knows, she's been here 10 or more years, so she kind of knows what you're looking for if you're coming from the States, what to look out for. She kind of, you know, checks, and she's going to try to make sure that you're not taken advantage of in the country, okay, or in whatever situation. All right, those are the things you look out for. I know I probably missed some stuff, so when I do the second video showing you which apartment we went with, if we went with one, or I'm gonna go look again, I'll just put that there. So let's go over some of the apartments that we saw so you can get an idea of what's out there. So I'm just going to go ahead and use Terminal 21 as the point of mapping. This first one was a 90-minute walk to the Sukhumvit line, the line that I'm trying to stay on. And then you go on that line and then walk 5 minutes to Terminal 21. So a total of 39 minutes walking and riding the train. It was a low rise, 20,000 baht. But as you can see, it has the dreaded shower or wet bath in the second bathroom. It wasn't bad. The building was extremely old. It didn't have any community spaces, no pool, no gym, nothing, no outside area. It was just, you know, there. And it didn't have a stove. This is one of those things where the picture looks way better than what it does in person. This one was in the same building on the second floor. It was brand new, newly refurbished. So everything inside was new, appliances, furniture, everything was redone. Again, it had the wet bath. That just kills the deal for me. And like I said, the building is older. It is a 19-minute walk to the BTS Anut station, which is one of the, you know, pop-in areas where you want to be, but it's super far from the BTS to walk. Didn't have a 7-Eleven. One was down the street. It is a super busy street, and with traffic, it's going to be super noisy. It just was not calling my name. But the price was right at $592. The third one we looked at was super nice. It is a 5-minute walk or less to the BTS Bangkok, the Sukhumvit line. So that was pretty awesome. It was directly outside, so you can just hop, skip, jump over. It had the separate shower area from the rest of the bathroom. And it even had a bathtub in the master bath, which is super rare in Thailand, in Asia in general. Nice balcony. It didn't have TVs in the rooms, which is not a deal breaker, but it did have pretty much everything that we were looking for. And the common spaces, this one had a pool, or 2 pools actually. It had a decent gym, a sitting area, library. We saw people just chilling, watching TV in the common area. It had a sauna and a couple other sitting areas too. So it did have more than one places you can chill. And then it had a laundromat. All of them do have washing machines, which is awesome. But this one did have a communal laundry. So if the laundry in your room is not working, or, you know, whatever the issue is, you can do laundry down there. Most places won't have a dryer inside your apartment. So this place did have dryers downstairs so you can use. And it also had a paid laundry service. So if you want to just drop your stuff off, pick them up, all wash, all clean, all folded. And it did have a basketball court, a chill spot where you can go out and relax. This one was also just a couple minutes walk to Big C and food stalls where you can grab easy stuff. And there's a 7-Eleven and Starbucks attached. This one was in one of the major areas that people stay, expats stay also in Anut. It was about 15-minute walk to the BTS. It had a pool, it had a communal gym, soccer court, street basketball, a jogging track, a table tennis area, a rooftop garden. We didn't see that one. Different sitting spaces. And they do have food truck that comes twice a month, and it's inside of the outside area of the building itself. So that was nice. It does have a 7-Eleven attached, and it has um, a restaurant and laundromat. You can take your stuff and drop off if you don't want to do your own laundry. I like the layout of this one. This one wouldn't be ready until the 1st of February because she has her sister staying there for a little bit while she moves. The pool area was nice. The gym was nice. The room itself was not fancy or anything crazy, but it was only 25,000, which wasn't bad, which is 740 US dollars thereabout. This fifth one is in the same area as the fourth, about 35 minutes from Terminal 21, 16-minute walk to Anut Station on the Green Line. So super close to everything that I would want to do. It was so beautiful, so beautifully decorated, but it was a little bit smaller than the others that we saw. It did feel closed in, especially in the living room. But let me tell you how beautiful this was. It was only 28K, which is a little bit over $800. It had a nice pool, a nice little Zen garden area, a decent gym. It didn't have any co-working space that I saw or saw listed, but it was nice. The last one we looked at was in the Tanglore area. This is another big expat digital nomad area, so this was one of the best places to stay. It was a 15-minute walk to the Tanglore BTS and about a 30-minute total with train and walk into Terminal 21. This one was also 30,000 baht, which is about $888 at today's exchange rate. It was nice. It was bigger than we thought, even though the square meters weren't much bigger than some of the other ones we saw, but the space or how they laid out felt so much better. It was nice and clean. I actually really like this one. The common area, there was a nice pool, super lush, super zen. All I could think about though was mosquitoes. And then it had a really nice gym. I didn't see a co-working space, but there is a sitting area where you can chill and kind of relax. And it wasn't close or didn't have a 7-Eleven attached, but it was close to pretty much a lot of things because you're in one of those areas that, like I said, the digital nomads and expats are in. It did have a weird smell in the gym, bathroom, sauna, communal area. I don't know if it was just that day, but one of the things you look out for is smells in Thailand or smells in Asia in general. Look it up. Okay, so that is it, you guys. You saw the apartments, you got all the info. What do you think? Which one do you think we went with? Or do you think I'm gonna keep looking? All right, leave a comment below and let me know if you have questions about renting or doing anything like that in Bangkok. Just let me know. This is our first time doing a long-term lease. We just did short terms before, paying a premium like I said, but now we're just gonna chill and go from there. All right, you guys, talk to you in the next one. Bye.